Welcome to Empower. I'm glad you're together with us. And I thank God so much for giving us another opportunity to be together, to learn together as we become the people God desires to be. In Empower, we focus on people and workplace. My name is Beatrice Chuchu, and together with me, I'm with...
I'm Wangoi Steve.
Wangoi Steve. And we've been discussing some things about work of late. You've been following us, you've seen that we're looking at what God expects of us at the workplace. And we're looking at all the way from God's design for work. Work is God's business. Work is worship. And last week we discussed about
how we should seek God to guide us.
Yes.
The potentials that He has put in us as we pursue our careers. They should guide us that we can be in the exact thing that God created us for.
Yes, amazing. And still now, having realized that God has given us abilities, has given us skills, He's even given us opportunities whereby we're able to, and we could see that what we read last time from Exodus 31, that God said He's the one who had put in Bezalel. And I think we learned that. And looking at that, it's something that comes to us, and that is what we should discuss today. Considering that this is His business, He has given us abilities, talents, even opportunities to apply that in our workplace. Then we need to impact lives through our professions or through what we do. And that is what we are calling marketplace missionaries. Yes.
Okay. That term missionary, it takes us back to how the gospel came and all that. But now, present day, we are the missionaries. Because apart from God giving us careers to reach people and to serve people and to better them for the life we are living here on earth, He also expects us to pull them or to lead them to Him or to His Son, Jesus Christ. So as we work, every day as we wake up to go to work, to our businesses, to our offices, we should remember God is challenging us. As Jesus challenged us in Matthew 28, the Great Commission, He's setting us out also to go and win souls. So we are not just in the marketplace to fulfill our purpose and please God. We are also there to reach out to mankind and to lead them back to God.
Wow, amazing, because you realize that maybe most of the time when you think of Matthew 28 verse 19 there to 20, we think of it maybe to some people. And maybe how we go for door to door, we go for open hairs, we go for crusades. And not applying it in our workplace, not thinking that I'm also supposed to follow, it's called the Great Commission, to do the same wherever God has placed me. And one thing that I've come to understand or to appreciate is that mission field doesn't have to be those sides of Turkana where many people don't go to preach. Mission field is where God has placed you. And every one of us, there's a mission field. Be it in the town, be it in the hospital, be it wherever you are working, consider it as a mission field. So I can be able to do this.
We'll be able to do that if we, first of all, put it in our mind. Like we have said previously, we don't have two lives to live. We only live one life. I will not wake up today as Wangoi, the entrepreneur, and I'm just there doing my business, dealing with my clients and all that. Then all of a sudden now I switch back to Wangoi, the Christian. No. This life, from when I wake up, whatever time I wake up in the morning, I am pursuing one life. Whether it is in the marketplace or in church or wherever, it is one life. And so each one of us, the moment we receive Christ, we accept Him in our hearts, we become missionaries. And that is something each Christian should think about. It's not for a specific group of people. As long as you have received Christ, it's upon you to go to the next person and tell them about Christ.
Yes.
And considering most of the time we are at our workplaces.
Yes.
So that is our first mission field. You exhaust your working place, then now you can come, we go for a mission in Turkana and elsewhere.
And where I come from in Kajiado.
Your home and your workplace is your primary mission field. So let us start there. Yes.
Wow. Yeah, because, and I think that brings us to this aspect of embracing our identity.
Yes.
As marketplace missioners. Because if you don't embrace that as part of your identity.
Yeah.
And I love what Elevate, their tagline says, we're advancing kingdom lifestyle.
Yeah.
So if that is what we are supposed to do, then we need to embrace that identity.
Very true.
I've been called to share the word of the gospel.
Yes. And something I would like to say, and something I tell people even when we are doing the discipleship classes, your first, when you go to a new place, make sure and make it deliberate. You identify yourself as a born-again Christian.
Yes.
Don't go to a new place and you just keep quiet.
Yes.
Then things start happening, start happening. Then when you're almost getting to a trap or to a hole, it's when you say, I'm born again. No, it does not work like that. You have to say it from the beginning. Let people know who you are. Come with your true identity. It doesn't matter what it might bring on the negative, but let your identity be very clear. I am a born-again Christian, and my mandate as a born-again Christian, apart from all that we have spoken, is to be a missionary. It's to reach out. It's to win souls. Yes.
And I think we should also appreciate that God has given us that opportunity to do so.
Yes.
You know, the way someone will give you an opportunity is a field, do it. You know?
Yeah.
Jesus is the one who said that the field was ripe.
Yes.
And the workers were few. So we need to take advantage of that God has placed us in certain places, in certain opportunities, and then we'll be able to share the word. And as you say, that bold step of saying, this is who I am.
Yes.
That is where it starts. That is where it starts. So that you can be able even to go to another step.
Yes.
And one thing I've come to realize, even as a Christian, the moment people know who you are, and then you live that lifestyle.
Very important. Don't just say it. Make sure your actions, your speech, everything about you, your dressing, everything confirms what you already said.
Yes. At the moment you do that, people recognize. I remember there's an organization I worked, and one thing is, we used to have, it's a big organization. So when it came, it was Christmas time, and there's you know, there are parties. And we had to do the, being in HR, it was together with administration. So we are the people that used to do the buying of things. And so we had the lady who was not born again. She was in charge of buying beers and everything. And when you go to those parties, they'll even talk up when you seated with them, because you're seated in tables with the employees, you're one of them. And they would say, sasa huyu aliamua tu kukunywanga juice, ni sawa tu. Yani, you know, they realize and they know that is your,
that's your stand.
But if you don't let people know your stand, becomes a problem. I remember even when I left that organization, I had to go work as a HR person in a Christian organization. This lady was not born again. One morning, we go to work, she tells me, Beatrice, there are people here looking for a HR manager who is born again. And I know not many of you are saved. Apply that way, you know? That way. She said that. And then I told her, okay, bring it, I applied. Do you know I got that job? But no, you see the way she's saying, I know not many of you HRs are born again. But apply. This one utapata. Because she said, utapata. Because I'm seeing wengi mmeokoka. So, you know.
And that also brings something in mind. That you might think it is an obstacle to say that you're born again. But in real sense, it is. It will open up doors for you. So just say it.
Say it. And I think also the fact that these people know, the other thing that when you live that kingdom lifestyle, there is something that people know. And they know if this is Beatrice, this is so-and-so, and they live this lifestyle, we can entrust them with this. We are not worried about this.
Yeah.
As long as she's the one or he's the one holding this, we are okay.
Yeah.
Because they have gained that confidence in you. Because of Christ who is in you.
Yes.
Not because of yourself, but because of Christ who is in you, and you're living that lifestyle. So it is good to ensure that we embrace that identity.
Sure.
That we are not there just to earn money, but we're also there to illuminate the light of Christ in the place.
It's very true. We reach out by telling people Christ is Lord, receive Him, and we also reach out through our character and how we behave.
How we behave.
Yes.
And this aspect of living Christ-like. Do you know, I think I've come to realize those people who do not know the Lord, they have standards they have kept for us. Anafanya hivyo na nasemanga ameokoka. So they are like put us in a certain place, and they'll be surprised if you do what they don't expect you to do as a Christian. So in the real sense, that character, Christ-like character, is preaching to them.
Yes, it's preaching to them.
Yes.
Even just the way you talk to people, how kind are you, how polite are you.
Yes.
Sometimes as a Christian you don't have the right to just do anything that you think is you vant, or somebody talks to you anyhow, you don't think, you can't take it upon yourself to just talk to them anyhow.
Yes.
Or even to revenge, or even to, we have to be like Christ, Christians, just like Christ. Yeah.
Wow. And is that all order sometimes?
Yes.
Because people will provoke you.
Yeah.
But you're a missionary.
Yeah.
You've gone to give, to pass the good news in the marketplace.
Yeah.
So how do you behave? How do you respond when they talk to you in whichever way? Because sometimes people will just, even sometimes they'll talk away in a way, you know, to show you like, who do you think you are?
Yeah.
Just because you're a Christian doesn't mean this. So, but how do you respond to that? Matters a lot in the workplace. Because, and it's always good to remember, who am I in this place?
Yes.
I'm not just an accountant. I'm not just a HR manager. I'm not just a customer service someone. I'm Christian.
Yes.
My life has to be different. I have to be Christ-like.
Yeah.
I have to portray the God I believe in. You know, we go back to that question.
Yes.
If it was Jesus, what would he do? If it was Jesus, who was your boss?
Yes.
How would you respond to him?
Yeah.
So those things keep coming back to us, and it is good to appreciate that we need to live and reflect Christ.
Sure.
Maybe you can read for us Colossians 3 verse 17.
Colossians.
As we just talk about this, because looking at the Bible also guides us and helps us, even as we work, as when we are Christ's ambassadors.
Colossians 3 chapter
3 verse 17.
Verse 17. Colossians chapter 3 verse 17, it says, and whatsoever ye do in word or in deed, do all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God and the Father by him.
Wow, we are going to start from there. We need to take a short break. We are called to be missionaries where God has placed us, be it the formal or informal setup. Please don't go far. We are taking a short break. We'll be right back. My name is Beatrice Chuchu.